Hi, Andover students. I am here to help you get registered for the 2019-2020 school year. So we will get going and get through all of this you need. First of all, just a quick little thing on your timeline here. Today, Tuesday, you're getting your materials and advisory. Thursday of this week, we're going to have mini sessions. So we're going to be running an advisory schedule on Thursday as well, and you will use that time to go to some mini sessions. We'll talk more about that in a little bit. Next Tuesday, you'll have work time during advisory. It'll be a WIN travel day, and you can go ask questions of counselors, of teachers. You can just stay in and work on your things during class, but it's all time to help you get registered. And then we want all of this done by Friday, January 18th. By that time, you should have completed your online entry, and you'll turn your worksheets into first hour. All right, registration guide. You all were given a registration guide book. This is really everything you need to know about registration. There's fabulous information in here. Little charts to help you with planning out your graduation plan, information about what counts for art credit, information about graduation requirements, descriptions of courses so you can read a little bit about classes you're interested in. I would advise you to use this book to be really careful with the decisions you make right now for next year and to just do your very best job on doing a process. You're also getting a registration guide about STEP. Even though here it says it's for classes of 2020 and 2021, it's also for students in class of 2022. So this is for all 10th, 11th, and 12th graders. There's some opportunities for things you want at STEP. 11th and 12th graders, you can go full-time or part-time to STEP. Sophomores, you can only go part-time. Check out the prerequisites so that you know that you qualify for the courses you're interested in. We do provide busing that runs from Andover over to STEP and back again. So it's a great opportunity if it's something that you're interested in. STEP classes last for 2 hours. So if you're in the morning, you're going to have it for hours 1 and 2 and get back here in time for third hour. And if you have it in the afternoon, you'll leave a little before fourth and are over there for fourth and fifth, and then being back here if you're taking the bus in time to catch the bus home. You can't tell us if you want morning or afternoon or which trimester you hope to get into. It's all just going to be how it fits in with your other classes. So just fill in the classes that will take care of the rest there. And if you're full-time at STEP, you'll have a class in that, of course, in that third hour spot as well, but not the kids that are going over there for just a class. All right, PSEO, lots and lots of questions about PSEO. It exists for basically 11th and 12th graders that meet some rank requirements, but you can't do anything for PSEO like right this minute. So we need you to register for Andover classes full-time. And later on, if you go through the PSEO process, get in, find the classes that you want there, etc., we'll go back and adjust your high school schedule. But for right now, register for Andover classes and then do this kind of PSEO process in the background. We do have a mini session about PSEO on Thursday, so you can come to that if you're interested in. And then one thing that we've highlighted here is this parent and student info meeting. That's going to run during conferences on Monday, January 14th in our media center from 6 to 7 p.m. We have reps coming from Anoka Ramsey, from the U of M Twin Cities, and also from University of Northwestern St. Paul. So if you're interested in PSEO, I would recommend that you come to the meeting to hear more about it. You'll actually apply for PSEO in like late January, February, March, all of it kind of wrapping up in time for April 1st and April 15th deadlines. So that's kind of the timeline we're looking at. And I know I said it, but if you are looking at PSEO right now, register for Andover anyway. Okay. All right, what's new? A couple things here. These are things for seniors, and these exist this year as well, but I wanted to highlight them because they're not available for juniors. There's an internship program. This is run, it's a three-prong program. So there's soft skills through a 4th-hour seminar class, leadership things through co-curricular clubs and activities and volunteer work. You have to already have your own paid employment of 10 hours plus a week to enroll in this program. Attend the mini session for more information, and you have to sign up for all 6 course numbers in order to enroll in this program. And it's a great thing if that's what you're looking for. Also, students have sometimes talk about outdoor adventures. There's 2 options for that. One is the traditional OA class. You can take it any of the tries, fall, winter, or spring. And then there's also AP Environmental Science. That one gets ready for the AP Environmental Science exam. So that one you would take all 3 tries. Other OA, you could just take the pieces that you want. Both courses do the same trips and excursions as part of their course. Also for seniors, there's something that we call hybrid economics and then hybrid U.S. government politics. So these 2 courses that are the required social studies courses for grade 12, you can do them hybrid if you want to. And basically hybrid means it's a combination of here in the building and online. So 2 to 3 days here at school, 3 days you're working online from home on your courses. Need to be a pretty self-sufficient learner. study A's and B's in social studies classes in order to take advantage of this. But if it's something you think you might like, you can see that on your registration sheet as well. A couple new name change kinds of things and a few new courses. So Woods classes are now called cabinetry. So if you're looking for those, you'll still find them under tech ed, but cabinetry instead of Woods. There's also a design and fabrication 2 class, an architectural drafting and design, and an exploring construction courses. They're new through tech ed. STEP is offering a new dental occupations course and a new colors in industry course. And there's also a class in STEP building and construction called the House. Blaine High School used to have this thing called the House where students actually built a house and it got auctioned off, I think. That whole program has moved now to STEP so that any student from any building can be part of it. So if you think you'd like to be part of that, you can see that on the STEP registration sheet. We said mini sessions are on Thursday, so I want you to be thinking about classes you might want, things you might want to take. Look over that salmon colored sheet and pick out what you think you want to hear more about so you're ready for Thursday's mini session time. All right, registration course numbers. So everyone is going to get a long sheet with lots of numbers on it like this. This is the green one. This is for 12th graders. There's a blue one for 11th graders and a yellow one, I believe, for sophomores. So this is how you'll know kind of what's available to you based on your grade. The first sheet has required up on the top, electives starting here and going on to the back. And then on the second page, these are all the classes that are available to you at STEP if you're interested in those. So whether or not your courses are at Andover or at STEP, you still fill them in on the same worksheet that kind of goes along with it. But this is where you're going to find the course numbers for classes that you're interested in taking. If you need to take something from a previous grade because you missed it, put it off, or didn't pass it, you'll need to see us to get the course number so that we can help you get registered correctly for those courses. Math registration is something that you kind of want to make sure you follow the right path for. Not everybody's in the same class based on it being in the same grade. So there's a little math paths chart on page 7 of your registration guide. So use this to kind of help you with looking at what you're currently in and what classes you would need to take next as part of that. Talk to your math teacher, talk to your counselor, those kind of things to make sure that you are getting into your next correct math. All right, everyone also has a registration worksheet. This goes along with your the course numbers. This is what you're going to fill in. This is really just something that you use to help you plan things out. And then you're going to turn this in on January 18th and first hour. We keep this as a backup. If there's computer issues, if you don't remember if you signed up for something, we want this hard copy. So this is the only thing we need to collect from you next on the Friday the 18th. Okay, you're filling in required courses and electives up on top, and then alternates in the second section. And basically alternates are more electives that you are also interested in taking if some of these first choices don't work out. And so these are still on your sheet. So you need to pick things on this class, these classes. All of these are kind of things that you'd be willing to take. So very often students will get classes that are their alternates. So take these seriously as well, because really anything on your sheet are things that we're going to try to enroll you in. We'll do these first and then these as backups. All right, so as far as actually filling in the worksheet, you can see kind of on the combination here, you're filling in the course numbers for classes you're interested in taking. Just be careful not to transpose numbers and things like that, because it'll make it a lot easier when you're working to enter them in student view. All right, so as far as that student view goes, students, you need to log in. This option doesn't work under the parent login. So go to student view, log in, know how to get in the login key, and then follow the directions. So there's directions here on the bottom of the worksheet to help you kind of know step by step what to do. The biggest kind of little hint for here is don't lock your courses after you're done, and search using course number and not course title when you do your searching. There's a lot of abbreviations for the titles, so they can be a little hard to find, but the numbers work great. So use the course numbers and follow the directions on your. If you don't have internet at home or you don't have access to a computer, then we just want you to bring your worksheet in and we'll help you get things entered so that you get in the classes. Great, so I think I already told you guys this, but the only thing you need to turn in is the worksheet, so just make sure you're ready for that by Friday. All right, deadlines. Again, the 18th here, and if you're not in first hour that day, you can bring your sheets to the counseling office there. All right, so a couple things I just want you to think about here as you're working on selecting your courses. If you haven't already done this, if you log into Student View from a computer, it doesn't work on the phone app, but if you log in from a computer and go to the course history tab, you can click on something that says graduation status in the top corner of that. This is going to help you see what you've got done, what you still have left to do. You can review here for like, do I have my art requirement in? Am I on track? Or there's something I missed from a previous grade? So use that, and then we can help you if you need a little bit more to think about with that. Think about college stuff. Think about career things. Think about interests. You can log into Naviance and look at some of the careers you might be interested in. And from there, find out more about classes that would be recommended for people who are thinking about those kinds of majors. All right. Again, pay attention to prerequisites as you're working on your registration and really think about your course load. Not all, but nearly all of our AP classes run Try 1 and 2, and then some of them go into Try 3 as well. So if you're taking several, like how does that all work with how many things you're taking at once? Can you handle that big of a course load? What makes sense based on how you've done in other courses? Think about just kind of how much you can handle at once, your goals for after high school, the kind of classes you tend to enjoy, and give yourself a balance of things that push you and things you feel comfortable with to just help you make best choices. There is a gold sheet that has some things about AP on it. If you're thinking of AP courses, whether you've taken one before or not, take some time and look over these things and make sure that you feel really good about these pieces too, and that you're kind of walking into things with kind of open eyes. I want to do a super quick little rundown on grad requirements because this is obviously the point, right? We want you to graduate. So for English, make sure you have a total of 4 credits based on the things here. Social studies also, the 4 credits, and a lot of things have either a regular or an AP version as part. In math, you need a total of 3 credits, that intermediate algebra, geometry, and then a half a credit of advanced algebra and a half a credit of stats. And then if you're going beyond this to get ready for college and next phases, then that's when you want to use that chart that's on page 7 of the registration guide to help you make sure you're making the next right step. Talk to your counselor, talk to your math teacher, do some things to make sure that you are feeling really good about the class. All right, in science, there's a total of 3 credits required, and that's basically 9th, 10th, and 11th grade for most students. So physical science, chemistry, or biology. There's also Phy Ed and health requirements and art requirements. And here's just a little information on those. Phy Ed 1 is typically in grade 9. Phy Ed 2 is typically in grade 10. You need a half a credit of health. Most students will get that done in grade 10, but you can do it in 11 or 12 if you need to for your schedule. And then a credit of arts is required. I think page 6 perhaps of the registration guide, there is a little list. Yeah, page 6. Of all of the things that count for your art credit. So look this over and make sure you've kind of gotten a head start on some of these things already. And you can also use that graduation status link to double check that you've got the art credit in that you need. But this will help you kind of with making plans for making sure you get those courses in. And then sometimes there's just a little quick note here too, that if you need reading or a 3-try math class or something that's possible, we can adjust your courses to make sure. All right, if you've got questions, we are here to help. So during this whole registration process, we do walk-in appointments. So we just want students to stop in before school, after school, passing time, and get answers to your questions. And we will be available and ready to kind of help you. So bring your stuff with you, be ready with your questions, and we will make sure things get done. So I'm super excited about registration. I'm happy to share this information with you. Please, students, be planful, think ahead. Ask questions when you need it, and just do your very best job of building a schedule that you'll be happy to have next year. Thank you, and have a great day.